found yourself frantically searching for that one important file, only to realize it's trapped on a device you left at home? Or maybe you're tired of paying for cloud storage that can't keep up with your growing video collection? In today's video, we're taking a look at pCloud, a Swiss-based cloud storage solution known for its robust security and attractive lifetime plans. But wait, is it as privacy-focused as they claim? Or are there some trade-offs you should know about? You'd be surprised by what we found. Let's dive in. To kick things off, let's take a quick look at what defines the best cloud storage to help you know what to look out for. Choosing cloud storage boils down to a few key points. You need plenty of space, solid security, fast speeds, and the ability to sync seamlessly across all your devices. And of course, it shouldn't be so complicated that you need a manual to figure it out. Now, how does pCloud stack up against these criteria? Stick around to see if it's the one cloud storage you'll want, or if it falls short. We'll be rating pCloud's performance using a 1 to 5 scale, with 5 being excellent and filling out the table along the way based on the selected criteria. At the end of this assessment, we will sum its total score to see if it's close to the perfect 30 out of 30, or if it needs to head back to the cloud storage bootcamp for some serious training. And by the way, check out the description for special links for our top recommended cloud storage providers. You can save up to 60% using these special links. Alright, let's take a look at what pCloud has to offer in terms of features. Just like most cloud storage, pCloud offers free and paid services depending on your choice of plan. Free users get 2 GB of free storage upon sign up, which can be expanded up to 10 GB of free storage by completing simple tasks, something they call beginner's tutorial, from verifying your email address to inviting friends. Kind of like a treasure hunt, but without the physical effort. With its lifetime plan, you can snag a generous amount of storage without worrying about monthly fees, making it a great one-time investment for all your cloud storage needs. pCloud also allows for instant synchronization of your files across multiple devices in real time, so you can access your data whether you're on your phone, tablet, or computer, which is great for accessibility. Speaking of seamless accessibility, pCloud's file sharing lets you share files and folders with pretty much anyone, even with non-pCloud users, using dynamic links, which saves you from those "did you get that memo?" follow-ups. Plus, you can also add a password and expiration date for extra security, which is great for private sharing if you want your file to be accessible for specific people. For collaborative tasks, you can easily share folders with your team using the invite to folder option, and you get to choose what level of access they have, view, or edit. Once they accept, you're all set to work together. With file versioning, you can view, keep, and restore previous versions of a file for up to 30 days. So if you accidentally delete your mum's birthday video, no worries, you can still find it there, safe and sound. And when it comes to the file size upload limit, pCloud has 0 restrictions on your file types and sizes. You can upload HD video collections without having to worry about limitations. You also get unlimited file upload and download speeds on the web platform and mobile app. However, as interesting as pCloud features might look, there are a few areas where it could improve. 1. Its limited collaboration tools. Sure, you can share files and folders in a cool way, but that's about it. There's no built-in document editing or real-time collaboration like you get with Google Drive. If you look to work on documents with your team in real time, that could be a drawback. 2. File versioning and recovery could be better. It's limited to 15 days on the free plan and up to 30 days on the premium plan. Compare that with Google Drive, which offers up to 25 days for free, and pCloud starts to feel a bit restrictive. Overall, I am impressed with what it's got going on currently. So for features, I'm going to give pCloud a 4 out of 5 rating. Alright, let's talk about security. pCloud keeps your files safe using AES 256-bit encryption. It's like putting your data in a lockbox that only you have the key to, making it hard for anyone else to peek inside, whether it's during upload or after it's stored. Its encryption level is military grade, which is probably more secure than your default Wi-Fi password. Like Google Drive and Sync, the desktop app, pDrive uses TLS encryption, meaning transport layer security, to protect transferred information from your device to the pCloud server. To secure individual files and folders, pCloud uses a 4096-bit RSA to ensure your private keys are secured. This simply means pCloud uses incredibly long, randomly generated number combinations that are impossible to decode. pCloud also provides you with an additional security option in which you can protect your files using a CryptoPass. CryptoPass is a sequence of letters and numbers that control access to your files via pCloud encryption. This is similar to a password in usage. In this case, you enter the CryptoPass to encrypt and decrypt your content in an encrypted folder called Crypto Folder on your device. Even the team at pCloud can't access your files, which is an amazing security measure, unless you forget your password. Then it's lights out for your data, and... No! My wedding video! So, even if a hacker somehow breaches pCloud servers, all they'd find is a mess of encrypted data that's impossible to read, unlike someone I know. Still on data breaches, here's a fun fact. In 2015, pCloud invited hackers worldwide to try breaking into their system. Over 2,800 participants tried, and not a single one succeeded. pCloud held on to their prize money of $100,000 and closed the challenge after a couple of rounds. Pretty impressive, huh? So they tested their security and kept the money. Wow, what a hack. With that kind of track record, I could feel pretty good about storing my data on pCloud. So with this in mind, pCloud gets a solid 5 out of 5 rating for security. Okay, let's move on to privacy. Just to be clear, security doesn't equal privacy. There are lots of secured cloud storage options out there, but some would not hesitate to use your data for business purposes. Google Drive, for example. For instance, Google uses your activity to show you more personalized ads. How very kind of them. While they don't use your data for advertising, they can use patterns from your activity. But pCloud, on the other hand, takes privacy very seriously. This is emphasized by its zero-knowledge policy, which is just a fancy way of saying that they know nothing about what you store. Absolutely nothing. pCloud only collects basic information like your email address, name, and payment details for account creation and billing purposes. It may also track usage data like login times, IP addresses, and device information to enhance its service and keep your account secure. However, it doesn't collect or access your file's content, courtesy of its zero-knowledge policy, which ensures that your data remains private and inaccessible to anyone. pCloud is based in Switzerland, a country known for having some of the strictest data protection laws in the world. This is a huge plus because, let's be real, some countries' data protection policies are about as trustworthy as a flimsy umbrella in a hurricane. pCloud users' data is governed by the Switzerland Federal Act on Data Protection, a Swiss version of the EU General Data Protection Regulation, GDPR, meaning citizens reserve the legal right to data privacy. As a business or provider, in this case, you are required by the FADP to report data breaches and institute rules for processing data lawfully. pCloud has further reinforced this in its data policy, so as a user, you can be rest assured of your data's protection and authenticity, for pCloud is legally bound to keep them private. So, for being big on data protection policy, pCloud gets an easy 5 out of 5 for privacy. What do you think about pCloud's privacy policy? Let me know in the comments. And if you're enjoying this video a lot, do hit that thumbs up button. Of course, you won't want to miss new updates from us, so kindly hit the subscribe and notification bell icon while you're at it. Okay, moving on. Let's see how pCloud performs in the ease of use category. In contrast to its high-end features, pCloud is pretty easy to use. It has a clean and intuitive layout, so finding your way around is indeed hassle-free. pCloud is available on pretty much everything: Windows, macOS, Linux, iOS, and Android, which highlights its multi-platform compatibility. However, its desktop version, called the pDrive, not only syncs your devices, but also allows for a seamless backup process from other backup services like Google, OneDrive, and Dropbox. Even your Facebook and Instagram media files aren't left out, as all can be done through direct integrations. But wait, before you start thinking of using your word processor or Google Docs directly from pDrive, here's a thing to know. pCloud hasn't enabled integration for editing platforms on pDrive yet. But if your life doesn't revolve around Microsoft Office, this shouldn't be a deal breaker for you. However, I have to say that this is where Google Drive performs best, for being usable across various platforms. Anyway, pCloud isn't difficult to use. Its simple interface kind of gets you on board at first glance. However, this is subject to users' experience, so for ease of use, pCloud gets a 5 out of 5. Now, here's one feature about pCloud that people barely talk about, an add-on called Extended File History, which lets you record all file changes in your account for up to 365 days and easily recover data within a year of deletion or editing. This also means your original file version stays available for a full year. Now, let's examine the speed tests. Running upload and download speed tests in cloud storage can lead to some unpredictable results. While certain cloud services zip along like speed demons, others can feel like a throwback to the dial-up days of the early 2000s. To derive a real-time result, I ran a quick upload and download test on pDrive alongside Google Drive, Proton Drive, Ice Drive, and Sync. Using a file size of 383 megabytes, these selected cloud storage were tested using speedtest.net on my local network, and surprisingly, the results were pretty astonishing. Sync surprisingly topped the chart with the most Mbps for upload and download speed, while Proton Drive and Google had the lowest Mbps on upload. pDrive did pretty well, with an upload speed of 10.24 Mbps, but performed poorly in the download test with a 9.71 Mbps speed. These were real-time results, so it may vary on your network type and region. Anyway, I'd love for you to try these tests and share your results in the comments. Based on these results, pCloud gets a modest 3 out of 5 for upload and download speed. Because hey, nothing's perfect. pCloud offers a mix of monthly, yearly, and lifetime plans. You get to pay a one-time payment, and afterwards, you never worry about cloud storage costs again. This is perfect for anyone who's planning to stick around for a while. Here's a quick rundown. pCloud offers 3 paid plans: individual, family, and business. You start with the 10GB of free storage and can try business plans for 30 days. The individual plans range from a yearly premium with 500GB for $49.99 to an ultra plan with 10TB for $1,190. The family plan has 2TB for $595 and 10TB for $1,499, while the business plans start at $9.99 monthly. Plus, you can add pCloud encryption for extra security at up to $150. Now you might be thinking, whoa, isn't this a bit too pricey? Well, that depends on your choice. If you're someone who doesn't mind splurging on a lifetime plan, it's an absolutely fantastic deal. But for the casual user, the yearly plans might be more than you want to spend. I'd recommend you weigh your options carefully. Overall, pCloud gets a 5 out of 5 for pricing. As a thank you for sticking with us to this point, we have an exciting offer for you. Use our special link in the description to enjoy up to 60% discount on pCloud. Don't miss out on this fantastic deal. It's safe to say that pCloud has made significant strides in coming close to being the best cloud storage, with its overall performance rating of 27 out of 30. Meanwhile, you can check out our roundup video on the best cloud storage providers. See you in the next video. Peace.